Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today. And today I'm going to make a cute lip balm box. So you've got a piece of cardstock and this measures 5 by 7.5. Okay, and on this long side we're going to start and score, and we're going to score at 2 1/4, 4 1/2, 5 1/4, 6, and 6 3/4. And then we're going to, don't know if that, 6 3/4. I thought my paper had shifted then and I've not scored right, but I have. Let's keep going. So on the short side we're going to score at 3/8 of an inch, so 1 2 3. Okay, and then 1 1/8, 3 7/8, and 4 5/8, which is there. Okay, right, let's fold and burnish all of those. I'm quite excited because it's night time and I'm able to craft because I've got myself a new lamp and I can see. Right, so we need to fold and burnish all of these score lines. And I've just realised I don't know where my scissors are. So I'm just going to pause 1 minute. I had no idea where they were, and I didn't want to make my video long by going looking for them. Right, so I'm still folding and burnishing all of these lovely score lines. I'm just going to grab a bone folder. So now I've got my light with my strong bulb, means I will be able to film on a night, because I am trying to up my videos so that I've got a good back catalogue of different projects for you all to watch, basically. Right, so we need to do some cutting. So the first thing we're going to do, we've got the little narrow score lines there at that bottom half. We're just going to ignore that for now. And what we're going to do is on these, where these larger rectangles are, we've got 2 rectangles there and 2 smaller ones. We don't need any of that. So if I just show you with a pen, you've got that there. We're going to cut all of that away on both sides. Okay. And I'm cutting to the left side of my score line here. Try and get a nice neat finish. These are nothing new, they're everywhere, loads of people have done them, so you know, I'm not claiming this to be my idea, but I'm putting my spin on it and I'm going to decorate it how I think it looks really pretty. And it's just a great idea. We've got Mother's Day coming up, you know, and we're always wanting little gifts to hand out. You can put these in swaps, you know, if you've got somebody at work and it's their birthday, it's a little inexpensive gift. If you can find lip balms on special offer anywhere, pick them up, they're always great. Okay, so we've got that. So now we need to start and cut these side bits. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to cut every single one of those squares. I'm going to cut up to the second score line on all of them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 cuts. Right, so what we need to do, I'll do it on this side as well, it'll be just easier if we do everything mirror image. Okay, so we've cut up 3. Right, so what we want to do, I'm just checking my template at the side of me. We want to cut away this first section. We don't need any of that. We don't need any flaps on that bit. So we're cutting all that away there and all of that away there. And while we're there, we're just going to gently notch that. Okay, very gently, so that when we put it all together, it's nice and neat and tidy. Right, so then what we need to do is, on the first square, we're just going to totally ignore that it's got that, and we're just going to cut the big part in half. Okay, and I'm going to do the same at the other side. Just cut it in half. You don't need to measure it, just do it by eye. Okay, and then you need to notch them both sides, notch. Okay, notch. So that's the first one. So the first one we've cut it all the way, the second one we've just got half left. So now we're up to this one. On this one we want to keep the full size, but we just want to notch that end, those end bits. Let me just do that again. Okay, and we're going to do the same on this side. And I'm just going to trim that because I've still got quite a lot of that bulky score line there. They didn't want. And I'm just going to do the same there, where I've cut, and the score line's quite bulky, and cut the score line away. So then we're on the last one here, and we want this to be the same as that, so we're going to just cut it in half. We've got that fold there, ignore that, the large square, cut it in half. And the same at the other side, just cut it in half. We're just getting rid of some of the bulk. And then you want to notch them, the same as we did on the other. Okay. Now I'm using quite a few different things on this project, a few different dies, a couple of stamps. You know, you don't need them all. You can, you know, I'm just showing you. You can use what you've got, or, you know, if maybe you like one of them, just, I'm not expecting you to go and buy everything that I use. Please don't think that. Right. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to glue that down, and that just makes the back panel to this nice and sturdy. Okay, so I'm using my Tombow, and get off. There we go. Okay, you don't need too much. It's quite good, strong little glue. I do like it, and it's one of those glues where less is more. If you put too much and it splodges out, it can leave your project I find it feels sticky, and I don't like it. And the way to avoid that is to not overuse it. If you've got sticky glue on your project, it's because you've used too much and it's seeped out, and you don't. So just use less. Right. So what we're going to do now, this is going to be a little box like so. Okay, now we're going to put a window here, just there. Okay, so that is where I want my window. I'm just going to make a little mark so I don't forget which one it is. So again, I'm folding up, and I want it on this little panel here. Okay, now here is a tip that I did see. Who was it that did it? Trying to remember her name. Paper Pixie. She did this when she made her lip balm holder, and she used the classic label punch and punched one out and added it on as a template, which I've done before with other things, but I likely wouldn't have thought to do it for this particular project if I hadn't seen hers. If I can find it again, because I think I watched it a long time ago, I will link it in the description box, if I can find it. I watch things and I forget to save them and stuff. Right, so now we're going to go in with our classic label punch, and we're going to punch that out. But what you'll have to do so that you can get your label punch in is you're going to have to fold that bottom flap over. It's not going to stop you being able to punch, but if you don't fold that over, you won't reach with your punch. So fold that bottom one in, slide your punch in, go over that white, line it up as perfect as you can. Okay, and then punch. Carefully remove it, and that has taken that little, and we've now got a little window. How cute. So now what we're going to do is we are going to construct our box, and I'm going to actually use some of my supersonic red line tape that I have had in my stash. I am not joking. I have been using this particular roll of red line tape for about 4 years. And I don't know what I'm going to do when the day comes that it runs out. Obviously, I'll have to go buy another one, but I bet I can't remember where I got it from. Okie dokie. Have I brought my pokey tool? No, so I'll have to try and do it with my nail. Although this is nice thick red line tape, so it's easier. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to fold from this back score line. No, sorry, from the... We want... This needs to be on the back there and it needs to be lined up. So we're going to fold from here. Okay, so you tuck it behind and then you've got 1, 2, so you're folding that window and you're going to fold it all flat. Okay. Line it up with the sides, then fold it all flat, like so. And then you can store them like that if you do craft fairs or you make your own lip balms. I know lots of people do now. You can have it like that. Okay, so then it just pops up like so. And you can fold those little tabs in. And it will close. I'll get my lip balm. I've stolen this out of my little girl's bedroom. I think our Mel sent it her for Christmas. They're all more or less the same size, give or take. You know, some will be smaller than others. Don't matter. They'll still fit in the same. Okay, so that is that. But now we're going to decorate it. So I'm just going to zoom in ever so slightly so you can see what I'm doing. Because it is only a, tiny ditty little project. Now, what I'm going to decorate it with, I have got this beautiful die cut here, and I've cut it out of Whisper White. And this comes from, let me just show you because it's stunning. It's beautiful. And I'm going to use this on the edges of the pages for my journals. It's called Delicate Lace Edgelits dies. There's no stamps to go with it. They're just decorative dies. And they, look at that one. That's lovely and deep, and to me it looks like lacy, obviously lacy edges, which is what it's called. And then I've used this one, so I've cut one, and I'm only using a little bit of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've cut it and I've trimmed it down, because when you cut it, if you want it removing from the card, you then trim it off just on this edge here. Okay, so I'm going to I'll just get my glue flowing. I'm going to put a very tiny amount of glue just on that. Don't need a lot. Less is more and all of that palaver. Okay, and I'm just going to, very carefully, I'm just going to lift it up so I can see. And I've pre-cut it so that it's even. And what I've done is I've made sure that, we've got even diamonds at each side sort of thing. Okay. And this is purely luxurious, self-indulgent, crafty decoration. It's not essential, but how pretty is that? And then I decided I was going to do some stamping. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move my little project there a minute, and I've brought in some Whisper White, and I've got a flower and a sentiment. My sentiment is from Beautiful Promenade. Already had the set. I mix and match my sets all of the time. And then the little flower is from Tea Together, which is a beautiful set. I'm going to be demonstrating next week because I've got the thinlets for this. So I'm using grey granite, and I'm just going to stamp the flower first. There. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment just a little bit lower down, about there. Okay, and it says, "You are loved." How lovely. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to colour my flower, and I'm using Lovely Lipstick, which is the same colour as the cardstock, so that it all just coordinates beautifully. And I'm just going to very carefully colour that in. I'm not doing any fancy shading, not today. Not today. You can use your aqua painters, you can use your blend pens, you could use your stamping blends. We've got watercolour pencils. You've loads and loads of options if you want a really beautiful I always say the devil's in the detail, so there's nothing wrong with spending a little bit of extra time, even on the smallest of projects. Okay. Just quickly colour that. So if you want a gentler kind of colour, then you would use, maybe use your aqua painters with your ink to get a softer look. Okay, there we go. I'm going to use garden green for the leaves. Hopefully you'll still be able to see the shapes. Just about, I think. Okay, I'm not the world's best colourer inner, but you know, I'm just giving you the idea. You go and you create your own special version. Just put green in the middle of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to snip my sentiment out. I was going to turn it into a banner, I totally forgot. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to do that again because it's going to turn it into a banner and I've forgotten. I've started cutting, forgetting what I was doing. Let me do it again. What a wally. Okay, I'll just do it here. It's fine. Okay. Completely forgot then. Oh dear. So I'm snipping it there. And then I'm going to snip, just rip that off, snip long so that I can turn it into a banner before I forget. Cut it about there. I'm just going to trim that edge there because it's a little bit rough where I've cut it with ropey blades. Okay. And just trim it there as well. Alright. And then just square that off and then go to the centre and cut up and then go from the corner up to there and from the corner up to there. Okay, there we go. And then what I probably do is just get my lovely lipstick pen. Just go really quickly around the edges. Like so, because I just think it looks cute. A bit more of that, okay. So that's that, and then just very quickly I'm going to fussy cut my little flower. Talk amongst yourselves. Fast forward me, not bothered. Okay. There isn't a die for this little flower. But I don't mind fussy cutting. I find it quite relaxing. I'm not terribly good at it, but I don't care. I still enjoy it. And it still always looks pretty decent once it's on the project. Okay, let me just cut that bulk off so I'm not holding as much paper. I find it easier if I haven't got loads of paper to hold, and I can manoeuvre that around a little bit quicker. Okay, there we go. So now we can put all of this together. Where do I want my flower? Do I want it there? I think I do. I think I might have wished I'd laid that on some foil card or something. Let me just see if where's my lovely lipstick? I'm just going to flick over it with a sponge. That edge is just too white for me. I don't like it. It's too harsh. Just bear with me. You know what I'm like. I change my mind halfway through my videos. I do it regular. I do it regular. Sometimes makes my videos a little bit longer, but I really I don't think it matters. Right, so let's put it together. 1, 2, 1 there and 1 there. Put that on there like so. About there, I think. You are loved. How pretty. How lovely is that? And then I want one for my flower. There we go. And I'll just have that just on the, get off, just on the corner of there like so. And then let's have a look, see if we can add some sparkle. And I do like these iridescent. We've got iridescent, we've got some white ones. Ooh, they'll look cute, won't they? Let's have those. Just grab my pokey tool. And we'll just scatter some of these cute sequins round and about. We'll have one down there. I might actually put one in the middle of that flower instead of that green. I don't think I like that green. Move that over. One there. They need using up. One there. There we go. That looks cute. And once you get a few made, if you were doing them for a craft fair, you'd get much faster and you'd get in a routine rather. And I think that's really cute. I hope you'll give it a try. Decorate it however you like if you don't like the way that I've done it, but the bare basics of the box is awesome fun to try. So give it a go. Thanks for watching. I'll leave all the details and all the measurements over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Bye for now.